Is it filming? Yes. All right. Day 2. This is where we camped off the side of the road last night. There's Capuan, and we got about 3.5 miles past the town of Capuan. And our goal was to get out to the Mandala Center in Des Moines. But considering the late start yesterday morning, which we got a late start again today, and some of the crazy shit that happened on the road, I'm real satisfied with the way things went yesterday. Now, we had a community send-off in the morning. It was day 1 of our 1,204 mile journey to Cincinnati, and as you can see in the shadow, I'm wearing the pig hat. The pig, we haven't even made the announcement via our blog or whatever, but we've got a name for the pig. I want to try to keep this video short, so I think I'm just going to tease to that and be a jerk and not tell you what the name is yet. I'll tell you what the nickname is. It's Yassi, and there's a reason the pig is named Yassi, but that'll come later, because I just want to get to a few things before I hit the road. It's already 9 a.m. Yesterday we got going at a little after 9 a.m. with the few folks who decided to walk with us the first almost 2 miles. It was actually a group of 6 of us, and it was Linda and I, of course, and 4 friends. Gentleman named Colin, who owns and operates with his wife a bed and breakfast and a brewery in the Raton adjacent village of Cimarron, which, interestingly enough, one of the couple splurges that Linda and I fit into our budget for Cincinnati. We're sleeping in this car all along the route and not staying in hotels or eating at restaurants, eating all our own food in the car and sleeping in the car. But one of the couple splurges we decided upon when we're in Cincinnati was we found that a band we both really like called the Mountain Goats was playing a night after we planned on leaving. So we decided to stay one extra night. I think it was like night 7, maybe night 6, and see a band called the Mountain Goats. And Cimarron, where Colin and his wife Erin run their bed and breakfast and their brewery, Cimarron is Spanish for mountain goat, which is kind of interesting. Not something we planned, to see a band that is the English equivalent of Cimarron. So yeah, the send-off was nice. It was pretty low-key. We didn't have a lot of time to market it. This whole trip came together in 3 weeks, the planning of it. And 3 weeks, it's a short amount of time to plan a trip of this nature. But nonetheless, we're really excited to be doing this. We really think this is what Z Youth needed at this juncture. We were kind of stuck. We were facing a lot of roadblocks and getting a building secured and finding a place to operate, out of which to operate. And we feel that if we do this right, we're going to raise the awareness and funding we need to be able to bring more to the table for a building owner. Maybe be able to pay some rent, be able to bring a building up to code with some in-kind labor. But I just want to tell you a couple things that happened on the road yesterday as I go over 4 minutes now in this video. After Colin and Linda's sister Mary Jane and their friend BJ and Mary Jane's daughter Crystal, after they all parted ways with me at the subway, I started my 3-hour run, and that was pretty uneventful, really. It was I've done 3 training runs so far, training for this Flying Pig Marathon of over 2 hours. I think the longest one was maybe close to 2.5 hours. So the 3-hour run wasn't super difficult. It was a little harder than normally would have been, just because of the camel pack and the backpack with some stuff in it I was wearing added a little weight. So my my joints and stuff were a little sore at first, taking account for the extra weight. But basically it was just a nice 3-hour run. I was a little tired by the end, but then I didn't have any weather for those first 3 hours, and Linda told me she was gonna work on the weather with her powers. Linda is a very powerful individual. She has a very powerful mind, and you know, most people don't believe you can control the weather with your mind. I don't know, you know, but I wouldn't put it past Linda. And she said she was gonna work on it. And those first 3 hours I was running on a day that was supposed to be rainy all day, I encountered no weather. It was nice, sunny, cool, perfect running weather. But she found me shortly after I stopped running, within 5 minutes. And she had after I took off running, she had gone back home to take care of some last minute stuff. In fact, she's gonna do that today too. We're only a little over 30 miles from home, so she's gonna go back and get us, make another purchase we're gonna have to make, which is a new air mattress, because the air mattress we were using last night has a hole in it, and we didn't get very good sleep last night. And that's gonna be important. It's worth investing in a new air mattress so that we will get sleep in the car, and I won't go crazy from putting in all these miles and not getting any good sleep. But you know what, I will tell you the stories later, because this video is going on too long. But I have one story about a run-in with the authorities shortly after Linda dropped me off, after I got in the car with her after my 3-hour run, and we talked a bit and had a snack, and before I got back on the road. And then not 20-30 minutes after I got back on the road, had a run-in with the cops. And I'll tell you guys about that. Got out of it anyway, and it was a little bit frustrating. And then not 20 or 30 minutes after the run-in with the cops, I was witness, as I was walking down the highway, to what could have been a really horrible car accident, and so that provided a lot of excitement as well. And thankfully, the 5 kids, they were like in their late teens, early 20s, the 5 young people who were in the vehicle, all got out okay. Seemed to have very minor injuries, but when I first saw that car spin and roll off the highway, I thought there were going to be some dead bodies to deal with. It was quite something for the first day on the road. And then I got back on the road, met Linda maybe 3 hours later at Capulan, and then was feeling good enough where walked another 3.5 miles to this destination here, wherever we are. I think we've got another 6 or 7 miles to go to get to Des Moines, and then I'll turn off on, I believe it's called Weatherly Road, and we'll be on that for 24 miles. And Linda, is gonna go back to town and get us an air mattress so that we'll be able to sleep, and maybe post this video if it's not too ridiculously long, which it kind of is. But that's that. Here we are, day 2 of our 1,204 miles for youth. Here comes a truck down Highway 64/87.